Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about my au pair experience and let's get into it. Also doing a little get ready with me. So I was an au pair in Bari, Italy for 3 months. I was there from the beginning of April until the beginning of July. And I stayed with a host family and they had 3 kids and they were 5, 8, and 11. And I found them through aupair.com. I found out about au pairing through TikTok, and from there I got as much information as I could through watching other people's TikToks about their experience, the process, how they found families, things like that. I decided to do au pairing because I wanted a cheap way to travel, and at the time I wasn't taking any spring classes and I was doing a gap semester, so it was a good idea to just travel instead. The websites I used to find families was mostly aupair.com and aupairworld.com, and those are my two most, they're both reliable. Those are the two most helpful sites that I used during this process to find families and to learn about being an au pair. So basically on those websites, you make a profile, you put your picture, you put your name, put the country you're from, language or languages you speak, childcare experience, your interests. They give you like questions, you answer them, and they'll like appear on your profile when host families like look at you. You also have like general information about yourself, and on the families, like the host families profiles that you get to see, they have things like how many kids they have, how old are the kids, the parents' ages, and you'll also get to customize like your search preferences, like how many kids you'll work with, the ages of the kids you'll work with, the country you want to go to. You get to pick about 5 on aupair.com, I know that. And initially I went in wanting to go to France because I speak French, and I thought it'd be like an easy transition to go with a family that I could communicate with and the kids I can communicate with, even though the main purpose of being an au pair is like teaching the kids your native language. So, but I was okay with whatever family I got. So I ended up in Italy though. I wasn't expecting it, but so I was messaging families every day basically, and I was getting like a few responses, but wasn't like getting any matches. I was just messaging families all the time. And then the host family that I had messaged me, I think it was around September, because when you want to be on au pair, you look way in advance at the days that you want to go. So I was messaging families in like I think the end of summer of 2022, so I could go to their country in the spring of 2023. So like almost a year in advance. It depends on the time that you want to go, but I did like almost a year in advance of like just messaging families to see when I could go, because initially I think I wanted to go for the summer, but ended up just doing spring, and it worked out for me. The host family I had messaged me on aupair.com, and they're interested in me being their au pair for April. And at the time I wanted to do summer, but I was okay with whatever because I ended up not taking spring classes anyways. So they messaged me, we chatted for a little bit, I got to know them a little bit. They asked me when I could come, and I told them the dates of when I was available, and we set up a video call. From there I video called with them. I met the family. That's one of the most important things, video calling the family, and just obviously seeing if it's like legit and safe, and meeting the kids before you go. And I know that video call can be like not the most reliable or a good tell if a family's a good match or not, but it's like a good first impression for both sides. So I did 2 video calls with the family. I met the kids over video call. They're really nice, really cute, sweet. After that, we made arrangements for when I would go, and I bought a plane ticket. I signed an au pair contract that they had sent me, and from there I messaged the family. I was messaging the family until the time that I arrived. So they got me in contact with their current au pair, and she told me like tips and tricks and stuff about like going out there. And then I talked to their first au pair before even deciding to go with the family, because it's important to know what their experiences were like, even though everyone obviously has a different experience. But just want to see what the family was like from the au pair's perspective. So I did that, and then I spoke to their current au pair. She was really nice. We video called and we talked, and she gave me tips. Also, the first au pair, she gave me tips, and she was like, if you need anything, like, just let me know. One of the things about going to Italy was that I did not speak Italian, and I decided to start learning Italian before I went. I started doing Duolingo in October, and I was supposed to be in Italy in April, so I had a lot of time to like learn the basics. Like, I was doing as much as I could. I was really trying to learn as much as I could too. I was watching like Italian shows, Italian movies, just consuming as much Italian as I could before I went. It helped me like a little bit. Listening to Italian and speaking are two different things. Understanding and communicating with a native speaker is just way different than what I expected, obviously. But I was lucky because I went in to Italy with at least like one friend, because the current au pair, she got me into contact with a friend of like all the former au pairs and everyone else, and she was really nice. So when I got there, I at least had like one person that I could talk to. Initially, when I arrived in Italy, my host family picked me up from the airport, and the first thing we did was we went out to eat. We had lunch because I came at around 1 p.m. I was literally and I also had a red eye, so I had a flight all night, and I came in the afternoon, so I did sleep on the flight. I was like, my sleep schedule was a little bit messed up, obviously, but first thing we did was we had lunch. It was seafood, like pasta. It was really good. And then after that, they took me to where I would be staying. I was staying with the nonna, and I just unpacked, and they were getting ready to pick me up that night because they were gonna take me to get my Italian SIM card so they could call me and communicate with me. I ended up using WhatsApp a lot anyways, so that was good and really convenient. And I didn't take a nap because I just wanted to start adjusting my body to the sleep schedule, so I didn't take a nap. After that, I think I had dinner. I don't remember. I believe the night, like one of the first days I came, it was Easter too, so I was just eating a lot. I think the next day was Easter. I was eating a lot, and I was meeting so many people and so many family members, and it was really nice. So after that, the next days were just my routine began. I got used to like the city and stuff. I made friends through the former au pair that was there, and she gave me one of her friends' numbers, and she was like, talk to this person, because her friend was from the UK, so she spoke English, so that really helped. And she was also teaching English in Italy, so she knew Italian, and she was learning Italian, and she knew English, which is good. But I also found like one of my closest friends that I still talk to this day on Bumble, which felt funny because I never thought of like the Bumble BFF feature on Bumble, because like I never had Bumble, so I was like, okay, like I'll try it out, because I know that a lot of people use Bumble BFF to like find friends and like find people in the city, especially because you don't like really know anybody. So I had messaged this one girl, and I think we met either that night or the night after, but we messaged on Bumble. We went out, like I went to the city center for the first time like at night, and like my host family was like telling me about city life, and like was telling me about nightlife, and just trying to explained to me like how Bari was. So I met her that night. I'm so, like, when I first meet people, I'm so awkward. It's so bad. Like, I feel so bad. She told me, I remember, like, I think, like, when we were actually close, because we spent, like, basically every day together, and we, like, would go out at night and, hang out, go out to eat, spend time during the day. I remember she told me she didn't think I liked her at first, because, I don't know, sometimes I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's just like very difficult for me to be comfortable with people when I first meet them. But after that, we got really close. We started meeting people. We hung out with my friend from the UK, her friend group, and then my friend from Bumble. I like brought her into the group, and we all became like one big group. And that's who I spent most of my time with when I was there. My schedule with my host family was basically, in the morning I had my free time until 2 p.m. So in the morning I'd wake up, exercise, go on a run, whatever. And then I would come back, get ready, and take the bus to the city center, walk around, maybe buy a book or something. I sometimes would like shop for clothes. I was really bad. Like, I was shopping like a little too much, especially because I came with a suitcase that was already full. So I was like, it's not gonna end well. And then I would come home at 2 p.m. I would have lunch with the family. The host dad would bring the two girls. They were the 8-year-old and the 11-year-old. Bring the two girls to the Nona's house, and we'd all have lunch there. And then I think at 3 p.m. I would go and walk and pick up the youngest at kindergarten, and then walk back to the house. And then I would hang out with him, and my host dad would be working. Like, at the time it was still like rainy and like a little bit chilly, so we wouldn't go to the park that much. But when it started getting warmer, we'd go to the park, or we just like hang out outside more. It was really nice. Everyone that I met was so nice. Even the doorman, because the Nona's apartment had a doorman, he would like be there like certain times of the day, and every morning I would say hi to him and we'd talk. And I even, like, a few times when I would go out, I would see him out. I don't know, Bari's just so small that like you every time when you go out, there's like not that many places to go out. So I think my experience was very chill. Like, I would not have it any other way. I had a very nice host parents. They're so understanding, especially when I made mistakes or like just didn't understand things. They put an effort to communicate issues or anything that was happening. They talked to me. I feel like I got very lucky. The kids were they were characters for sure. They're funny. And I was fed so well. Like, I don't know, I was fed so well. I got lucky with a really great family. The host kids were great. Sometimes they have their moments where it's like they're kids though. So my host parents were very cool. They had really cool jobs. They were just everyone in that family was so nice. And I was drawing a lot, so I would like draw with the kids. And the oldest, she really liked to draw, and I had my iPad there, so they would like go on Procreate and just draw on there. And I was reading so much because I had so much free time, and just like, what else was I gonna do? So I would like go to the park almost every day and just read. I read probably 9 books in the time that I was there, which is like a lot more than I read when I got home, that's for sure. Okay, so my main job when I was au pairing was to take the kids to their activities after school. And I didn't really have to help them with their homework because their Nona, she was helping them with their homework. And I helped the oldest though. I helped her with her French homework because I was like, why not? So it was really convenient because the kids lived in like these apartment buildings, and I would walk them to like their rec center basically, and I would take them to the activities. The middle child, she did like skating. The youngest did gymnastics, and the oldest, she did basketball. And I would just wait there until they were done, and then we'd walk back together, and then have dinner with the family. That was the schedule for most of the year. I didn't really have to cook or clean. the nonna was doing most of that, or they also had cleaning lady that would come every Saturday, I believe, and clean. But I just was in charge of keeping because I had my own bathroom. I was in charge of keeping my bathroom and my room clean, but also cleaning lady would clean those areas too if I wasn't there. I had the weekends off, so my friend and I, we decided that every weekend we'd like take a trip. So we tried to do a weekend trip every weekend as many times as we could, unless like one of us was busy or we couldn't. I also met like the entire family. It was just so great. I met like their cousins, their aunts, their uncles, and the cousins really liked me. It was so funny. I would play games with them. I went to like family events with them, family outings. It was a good time. And I also met like the friends, like their family friends and their school friends and their classmates. I did go on dates while I was there. Also I met people in real life too. Like when I would go out, I met people that were doing Erasmus. There's a lot of Erasmus students because the university was so close to where I was staying. So my friends and I would go out and to like Erasmus events because they knew people that were in Erasmus, and then one of the people in the group had a sibling that was in Erasmus. And I did go on dates. I met people. I did use Tinder out there, but I don't know if I actually went on any dates with anyone from Tinder. It was fun. The guys were nice. Some of them were very interesting people, yeah. Just like there were so many interesting people and like different cultures I was meeting, and it was like a very big culture shock to go there. My overall experience was very good. I learned a lot about myself and like about Italian culture. I was learning a lot of Italian. I was still doing Duolingo, so that helped a lot. Like kind of the people I met out there were teaching me a lot of Italian too, because I would just listen to their conversations. Oh, of course I have to address that personally I did not experience any racism, because I know it's like a big thing, especially with like videos I've watched about people like going to Italy and experiencing racism from like Italians. I know it's a thing that I know a lot of people talk about when they go to Italy and they like study abroad or au pairing or anything like that, or traveling just in general. But I didn't experience any racism. I was very lucky. I'm very fortunate. Would I be an au pair again? Honestly, I would not. I don't think I'd do au pairing again. Just because my first experience, and probably my only experience, was just so good that I don't think I could top it if like my next experience is not as good as this one. Because I know some people are literally exploited when they're au pairing, and they're like forced to cook and clean and do a bunch of other tasks that like wasn't initially in their contract, or just the family is not like as good as they are on paper, or the kids aren't as like who they're portrayed to be. But I wouldn't do it again, just because I just want to have one good like au pair memory, and this is it. This is good. A good au pair experience. But if anyone is considering being an au pair, I would say do it. Like, why not? Why not? I would definitely say do it. Like, try it at least once. Just know that if you don't like kids, then this is probably not the job for you, because you do spend a lot of time with the kids. In summary, I'd say do it. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.